Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and before I get into this next run... Okay, well that is jazz 3 times in a row, so the next... the next run will be player's choice on the soundtrack, but let's go ahead and get into our next Signature Spotlight Series episode, and I'm not sure what it should be. I think... For me, personally, I think the thing that I would like to focus on next is magnetic breakers. Magnetic breakers, as you can see, is just kind of a fun, bouncing electric projectile. Obviously, it gets stopped on walls, but that also means that if you cast it close to a wall, and that's the part that bothers me the most, is like, yeah, if you cast it close to a wall, there's a chance that it will stop it. But I've had instances where magnetic breakers will just get stopped on thin air. Like, I don't know what's up with that. And then, yeah, there's that. So because of how this works, it's actually pretty decent crowd control. Not so good against bosses, but we'll make it work. I think the best way to make this work is to have one of our beautiful charge boys. And I don't know if I want it to be Violent Thornstorm or if I want it to be a charge at all. It should be ranged is the important part. It should be ranged and it should be strong, because this will push enemies out of range, and then I can just throw something in there like Furious Tempest to really take advantage of all of the distance that I've put between me and the enemies. I suppose I could also do Raging Inferno in that regard, but I think I've already made up my mind on Furious Tempest. Even though I'm pretty sure... No, I didn't pass it. Let's see, for this, I think Thunderline is best. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do this. Good old Storm Mage. I am the storm. And because it's thematic, we'll take Gloves of Gambit, even though we would get more damage out of the Jade's Tiara. But hey, sometimes you just want to do something different. Alright, so while I'm aiming to get the retro floor plan, I will just say I hope you've all been doing well lately. Hold on just a minute while I make myself more comfortable. Yes, there we go. I'm turning on the fan and then aiming it towards me. Yes, I do not need to be sweating in my chair while I'm playing a game, damn it. Even though the weather around here has been quite nice lately. Oh, and there's the retro floor plan. And because we're running projectile build, we should probably just get Atlas out of the way. I would like to just not have to deal with that on a very high difficulty level if I could. Oh, there it is. Alright, I think we're all set. Oh hey, it's the original 3. Atlas, Zeal, Freya. No complaints here. So I have to wonder if the thing about... I'll grab that. I have to wonder if the thing about magnetic breakers is that... Yeah, why in the world did it get stopped there? And there, for that matter. Like, this is what I don't like about magnetic breakers, is that it's very, very unreliable. Oh, now it works the way it's supposed to. See, God, I should have done this before Ball Lightning, because I actually kind of had fun with Ball Lightning, but I can already see Magnetic Breakers is just going to make me upset because I don't understand why it's dissipating. There are 2 relics there that I like, but I want to wait and see if I get anything from Iris that I like, such as a Furious Tempest upgrade. So as you can see from the way that I'm using Furious Tempest, it's really good for ranged control. But there's something odd about the way that it works. I can't pin down what it is. Like, why did it stop there? Like, if it's not gonna get stopped when I cast it next to a wall, why is the wall stopping it? I think, really, the answer is that, like just about any projectile, it just gets stopped by, well, frankly, other projectiles. And with that being the case, that's, you know, things that stop projectiles, halting Magnetic Breakers in its tracks is really kind of a problem. Because the whole point is it's supposed to trample over enemies and push them away from me. That's kind of the whole point. Like, if you're asking me to use electricity and electromagnesis to repel enemies away from me, just with a big trampling ball of lightning, don't make it so that that ball of lightning gets easily knocked out of the air. Make it pierce through enemy projectiles too. Or are you just too afraid to have a powerful spell? Heaven forfend we have anything other than, you know, twin fucking turbines. And I guess that's kind of my issue with Magnetic Breakers. I'm not angry at it, I'm just disappointed. And we all know that when someone says that line, they are not happy. That was not smart. Why did I just stand there charging the Furious Tempest like a numpty? And as I had stated before, not great against bosses. This is definitely something that you take because you want to control rooms more easily, which, to be fair, that is the more prevalent threat. So sometimes having something that's makes rooms easier to clear is more so what you're looking for than something that does huge damage against bosses. Now, hear me out though, because I have a crazy thought, and I don't know if any of you are going to be with me on this or not, but, you know, just hear me out and see what you think. How about we shouldn't necessarily have to choose? There are plenty of spells out there that do both room sweeping and boss killing just fine. So why are you making us choose at all? I didn't even want that, but... Okay. I am not against having more range damage to use. This is a Gloves of Gambit build, after all. Take that. Idiot. Pardon me. Why did I think there were enemies there before there were enemies there? Oh, but you don't count as a projectile. It's alright, I have enough stuff of that regard. But Tracer Barrage counts as a projectile, even though... yeah, both Zeal and Freya are going to resist it. I don't know, do I grab it anyway? See, I want to see what's for sale in the relic shop first. Anders, sell me something nice! You know, while my birds sing and serenade me to victory. You know, like the friggin' goats that they are. Unicorn disguise! Oh, you have done this for me. I will also take Indra's copper pipe. And I suppose, yeah, I can afford Tracer Barrage, but do I really want it? Like, I still haven't even gotten upgrades for my Dash and my Basic, and then that would be thrown into the mix as well. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna do it just because it'll boost Captain's Ring a little bit more, but... we are very speedy right now, so repositioning is not a problem. Yay! That hit for some trash damage. Alright, so at least that worked out nicely. I guess I'm not going to complain about that. Grab this even though I don't really want to use it. Yep, I know exactly what stopped it there, the firewall. You got anything good for me? Yes, you've got the blinding monoculars, and because I have all projectiles, this will work out quite nicely. Yeah, once again, the wall of fire just cut the magnetic breakers short. Like, why are they not allowed to trample over other projectiles? Like, I get that that's kind of like a projectile interaction thing, like, all projectiles interact with each other like that, but it just makes magnetic breakers feel so weak and lackluster. Rock. Good old rock. Nothing beats that. See, the thing that one of the things I do like about magnetic breakers, though, let's actually say something positive about this spell, because I mean, I don't necessarily hate it, I just think it's a little underpowered, but one thing that I do really like about Magnetic Breakers is the wide path that it just clears. Like, it really hits in a nice big wide line in front of you. And because its whole point is to essentially knock enemies away from you and control them, I will say it does that very well. When it's not being clipped by a random fireball and the whole thing just kind of capsizes. Hey, Dark Sage, I think you forgot what you were doing. You're supposed to be saying nice things about the spell. Oh, well, I mean, it looks pretty. I mean, that there's that, it looks pretty. I don't even think he's trying. Shame. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade this. God, I almost ran right past it. And then I didn't even use it to finish off that boss. Why? Because good old rock. Nothing beats that. Did he just make the same reference twice in one level? God, he's really gone downhill. And as you can see, it's doing a fine job of sweeping up mooks, but yeah, it just doesn't really do much against bosses, which, you know, if what you really need is a way to handle mooks a little bit easier, this spell is definitely your golden ticket. But the problem with that, if I may get a little philosophical for a moment, is that if that's really what you need, there's lots of things that could be your golden ticket. It's not hard to find crowd control in this game. There's a lot of it. So it just feels kind of a shame to be using a spell that could be with the idea of using essentially magnetism and anti-magnetism, or I should say magnetism and repulsion. Dark Sage, that's attraction and repulsion. Thank you. I love when you guys have my back because I'm acting like an idiot. But yeah, you have an entire spell that's based around using the forces of attraction and repulsion in order to create these bouncing balls of electricity. You could have done so much more with that. Like, just off the top of my head, why not make it so that when you hit an enemy that's resistant to knockback, they just latch onto them and start swirling around and, like, colliding with each other over the big enemy? Like, would that make the spell broken? Like, I'm not sure it would. Oh, hello. We've got the Mimic. Which means it's time to grab some things that are less than useful and start feeding them to our favorite treasure chest. Alright, well, let's... So that costs 100. That costs 150. And let's see if we get a freebie. No freebie. But I can afford one more garbage relic. Alright, so what do we want to hold on to? We want to hold on to that, that. We can't even get rid of that. We'll give up that, keep that. The rest can go. And then I enter the wrong portal because I'm smart. There's absolutely nothing wrong with plus 30. Alright, cool. Just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give up something I really wanted to keep. And we'll just upgrade... We'll upgrade this on our Tracer Barrage on a future level. Oh, I was gonna turn around and hit her with the breakers. Oh well. No big deal there. We just move on. We are hitting for pretty good damage now at this point. Wait, what projectile did that hit that dissipated it? Alright, give me that now. Oh, we are just getting all of the relics, aren't we? All of the good cursed relics. Well, I'd say this is like we're getting to the point where money is less important. Excuse me, game, what are you doing? And there's the boss. Should also point out, I did say less important, not important. We still have 3 relic slots to fill. Guys so much. There is a relic here that I like, but my goodness, it would basically leave me in range of getting a damage penalty from the Mercenary's Dagger. Alright, let's clear the boss and see if we have anything left over when we're done. I want to say just the base boulder did more damage. Actually, let me grab the spice rack. Yeah, I know why it got stopped there, but there are times in which it just gets stopped and I don't know what's stopping it. Okay, so we have a potential robe upgrade. It's not necessarily super important to get, but it's not going to make anything worse either. Okay, getting tired of you guys. Of course, one of them just delayed their attack for a while. That was a very unintentional use of Furious Tempest for defense. I mean, that was completely part of the plan the whole time. I'm just that awesome. Okay. Okay, this room is kind of making me mad. Can we stop now? Okay, I don't know what happened there, outside of I was having a hard time lining up attacks. Okay, these last couple of floors have been a little rough on me. I don't know if it's because I'm playing too aggressively, or if I'm just not thinking about what I'm doing before I do it. I'm thinking it is the latter. Okay, grab that just because it's more damage. Grab the healing potion because I've been acting like a dummy. Okay, yeah, nothing to worry about here. Let's just go. And no, I don't think the robe upgrade is worth it. And there we go. Got her before she got her signature off. Though I attribute that more so to the relics that I've been finding than anything else. Yeah, pretty much no matter which direction I fired it, I was only hitting one of them. I suppose this would be a good time to talk about the other obvious downside to magnetic breakers, is that the closer you use it to a wall, the less potential it has. So just a little something for you there. Yeah, as you can see, the real problem with this is just that because bosses suffer no knockback, it's really hard to get magnetic breakers to do what it's supposed to, which is what allows it to do good damage in the first place. And fortunately, the rest of the run was just fine, but yeah, I would definitely say Magnetic Breakers is a low point. It gets essentially destroyed way too easily, making it way too inconsistent. And its only real niche is being good against regular mooks who are vulnerable to knockback. But there's nothing that makes it better suited, or at least decently suited, to enemies resistant to knockback, meaning that this thing can be held back by just a moderately big guy. And that's it. If that's all it takes to make your spell look sad and pathetic, then maybe it's time to use a different spell. That really is all I can say about that one, so yeah, no, magnetic breakers, not good. And for something with so much potential, you've got the potential of something really cool when you're talking about, magnetic attacks, but no, sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Stick with throwing rocks. In this game, the big rock is definitely the better option. Hell, the smaller rocks are a better option. Magnetic breaker is just not good. And I don't like saying that because it's nice to have a good ranged option in your back pocket, but this ain't it. And if you are going to use it for that good crowd control against smaller mooks, just take it as your standard. Don't bother wasting your signature slot on this. You already know which tier it's going in just by listening to me talk about it after the run. But yeah, no, I really have very little positive to say about this one, so screw it. Magnetic breakers sucks. But that's all I've got to say for today, so thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you coming and spending your spare time here with me to help support me and the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope you're having a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.